Hi everyone, welcome to May 11th Math 8. Throughout this week, we're going to be looking at activities for Chapter 9, which is titled Data Analysis and Probability. And your activities are listed in the learning plan that your parents were emailed today. And then if there are any printed worksheets, they will be in packet 4. So if you don't receive that today, hopefully you'll be receiving that by tomorrow. And so today's lesson is going to be reviewing specifically mean, median, and mode. We also talked about range, and so we're going to look at review for each of these lessons. Your lesson plan today is going to ask you to go to StudyJams and look up each mean, median, and mode, and then take the quiz. So when I type in studyjams.com, this address shows up right here. So if you're having difficulty getting in by just looking at studyjams.com, you could look and copy this address to see if that helps. Or maybe you don't have a problem getting in at all, but do email me if you have difficulty. So for the first review, I'm going to type in mean. And you'll see when I type that in, I get mean/average. So I'm going to show each of these to you.
My friend RJ is great at basketball, and I like to keep tabs on how well he does each game. It'd be cool to show him how well he's done by finding the average number of points he scored in the last 4 games. Here's my high-speed solution to finding the average, or mean. First, make a list of each of the numbers listed in the dataset. Our data set is RJ's points. That's 17, 16, 15, and 12. Next, add all the point values together to find the sum. When we add the point values together, we see that RJ scored 60 points so far this season. He's such a superstar. Now, take the sum and divide it by the total number of values in the set. RJ has scored 60 points in 4 games, so I'm dividing 60 by 4. Are you staying connected? RJ's mean for the last 4 games is 15 points. If you want my opinion, that's code for success.
Okay, so when you finish watching this, you'll come back, and then where it says test yourself, when this video is over, this is what I'm referencing in your learning plan. All right, the next one, we'll look at median.
My soccer team had a super season, and I want to know how many goals we usually scored per game. Normally, I would use average or mean, but as you can see, we had one really high-scoring game against the Vikings. That game would really throw off the average. Instead, I think finding the median, or the middle number, will tell me what I need to know. Let's find out the median, step by step. First, list the amounts in order from least to greatest. The fewest number of goals is 1, and the most is 11. That's quite a range. Okay, next we find the middle number in the list by counting in from each end. Put a finger at each end of the list and count the numbers one by one until your fingers meet in the middle. The median is 3 because that's the middle number on the list. Now I know that in half of our games, we scored 3 or more goals.
And as you watch this, when you go back to this too, you can definitely look at the watch out and the try it as well. But you'll be taking the test and the test yourself. All right, so the next one we're going to look at is mode. You can click underneath if you wanted to, or you can type in mode.
Elections were just held for class officers. Sam ran for treasurer, and we need to find out if he scored a victory. Since we need to know which candidate received the most votes, we should use mode to find out if Sam won the election. We'll start by listing the names of all the students who ran. Write down each name only once, even if it repeats. When we're done with our list, we have only 3 names since there were a lot of repeats. Next, go through the votes and write the candidate's name for each vote he or she received. Now we can see all of the data clearly. That'll make finding the mode a piece of cake. Now for the big finish. Looking at our list, we can see that the mode is Sam. Sam won the election by a landslide.
On Tuesday, you're going to complete a worksheet that is coming from Flocabulary. So I'm going to show you the video first.
Statistics. Gotta get the data. The mean, median, and the mode. The mean, median, and the mode. Hey, yo, I gotta get the data. Then I gotta go get the mean, median, and the mode. Yo, the mean is the average. The median's the middle. The mode shows up the most. It's that simple. I gotta get the data. Then I gotta go get the mean, median, and the mode. Yo, the mean is the average. The median's the middle. The mode shows up the most. It's that simple.
Welcome to the world of statistics. So listen up close, cause you just might miss it. It's all about the data, so let's start collecting.
How?
By asking a statistical question. That's when we know there's a whole lot of answers. So we record them all. It don't take any chances.
Can we have an example?
Well, we could ask.
How many siblings does each kid in my school
A
have?
bad example would be to only ask your buddy, cause then you'd only get one answer to study. Now back to the data, a collection of facts, numbers, measurements, and things like that. We gotta check out the trends and then draw
If
conclusions.
there's too many people to ask, what can we do then?
Take a random sample of a group that is small, then estimate how it would be if you had asked them all.
Hey, yo, I gotta get the data. Then I gotta go get the mean, median, and the mode. Yo, the mean is the average. The median's the middle. The mode shows up the most. It's that simple. I gotta get the data. Then I gotta go get the mean, median, and the mode. Yo, the mean is the average. The median's the middle. The mode shows up the most. It's that simple.
When you're talking statistics, I know you've been told it's all about the mean, median, and the mode. The mean isn't mean, it's just the average. When all of your data gets added, then divided
By what?
the total number of data points you got. Let me show you. 1 plus 2 plus 3 equals 6. Divided by 3 equals 2. That's it.
How about the median? I've only heard a little.
That's the number you find smack dab in the middle. Like 5, 7, and 59. 7 is the median you're trying to find. Now last is the mode, and all you're supposed to know is that this one shows up the most. Like 2, 6, 2, 2, 6, 4, 3. 2 is the mode, yo. Now do you see?
Hey, yo, I gotta get the data. Then I gotta go get the mean, median, and the mode. Yo, the mean is the average. The median's the middle. The mode shows up the most. It's that simple. I gotta get the data. Then I gotta go get the mean, median, and the mode. Yo, the mean is the average. The median's the middle. The mode shows up the most. It's that simple. Well, that's cool, but how do we make sense of all this data?
Well, you can make charts or graphs like pie charts, line graphs, or bar graphs.
Oh, like histogram. Statistics. Gotta get the data. The mean, median, and the mode. Mean, median, and the mode.
Okay, so on Tuesday, on your learning plan, you'll see that this will be your lesson to complete, and this will be located in packet 4, titled Mean, Median, and Mode, coming from Flocabulary. So you're going to do numbers 1 through 11, and again, just try your best with this lesson. So you can go back through this video too if you just need the definitions and how to solve for mean, median, and mode, and of course I added range in there as well. But for today, you're going to go back to Study Jams and complete the test for each of these sections. And then tomorrow's lesson will be on mean, median, and mode. On May 13th, I'll be back to show you our next section in our book, and then I'll show you the answers for this worksheet that you're going to try on Tuesday. If you have any questions, please email me. I hope you have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon.